In this video we're going to be taking our first look at these, the Wave Inspire 19. What is up everybody and welcome to Stability Shoe HQ here at 40 Runs. Let me know in the comments, do you ride? Do you ride or do you wear a stability shoe? I should really script these videos. Anyway, right, so let me know if you wear a stability shoe in the comments. And more importantly, have you got any of the older versions of these? Now, version 19 is a transforming update. Okay, so if you're new to the channel, I was a big fan of the Wave Inspire 17. I used that in one of my training blocks a few years ago, and it really helped me out because I was coming back from injury and I wanted a stability shoe that I could go long in. And it really provided me a lot of support and a lot of comfort out on those longer runs down the Lee Valley and the Canal Towpaths. It's got just an unbelievable outsole like this, and it was really a good shoe. I absolutely loved it. I made plenty of videos about it. Check it out on the channel. But one of the things that they've done here is they've improved the ride to make it smoother and just more awesome. Now, before I get all excited about it, let's do disclaimer and then we'll do stats and features. Okay, right, so shoe was sent to me by Mizuno for purpose of review. Not getting paid by Mizuno, not got a script from Mizuno. I don't have to say nice things about it, usual sort of stuff. But most importantly, I'm not getting paid for the reviews. I've been sent the shoe for free. That you could argue is the compensation for the video. But yeah, so I'm not getting any sort of money sent to me to make the review. Got that out of the way. Right, so moving on, stats and features, because they're quite important I think on this shoe, and the guys from Mizuno did send me a fact sheet because there's quite a lot of, I would say, positive changes that they've made to the shoe. So firstly, we've still got a jacquard mesh upper. We've got some PU support, PU print supports, can you see that? That's been added to the shoe. We've got a new smoothed out wave plate, support wave plate that's been, if you look versus version 12, it is less intrusive, it's definitely smoothed out. We've got an increased stack height of 2 mil across the shoe, so we've got 37.5 in the heel. We've got a 12 mil drop still, which is quite high. But we've got 2 layers of Energy foam. Before we had like that U4IC or Euphoric, whatever it's called, foam, but we don't in here. We've got the 2 layers of the Energy foam, which is a softer compound and just a lovely ride actually. We've still got an absolute beast of an outsole, which is fantastic. Shoe fits true to size. It's over 300 grams for my UK 9.5. It's 140 pounds, and I think that's probably about it in terms of stats and features. Okay, so there's one word that I would use to describe this shoe, and that is smooth. They've smoothed out the ride, which is great. It really is. You can notice that nice heel to toe transition. The Energy foam being that little bit softer is just fantastic for a stability shoe. It really is, people. It's definitely less intrusive with this new wave plate design that they've put in the shoe. You don't necessarily feel all the plastic underneath you. And as I say, it's just been smoothed out with the Energy foam, the 2 layers of the soft Energy foam. It really is a much better ride. The overall comfort's great with the jacquard mesh. It's not too hot over here in the UK yet, so I don't know in terms of heat. The Wave Inspire 17 did used to get hot, but I can't comment on that. The outsole is just a beast. It's almost like a trail shoe with the depth of lugs. This thing will last you for ages. It really is good. I think at 140 pounds it offers good value. It is on the heavy side. I think that's the one thing that does let it down, and the 12 mil drop's not going to be for everyone. But I've really liked running in the shoe. I really have. It's just a great stability shoe, bread and butter stability shoe. Is it better than the Guide 16? I think it suits a different purpose. I think if you're a marathon training person, half marathon training person, you want a shoe to go long in, this is probably the way to go versus the Guide 16. The Guide 16 is a much better daily training because it's lighter. But I think this shoe is great, you know, for anybody who's like half marathon training, marathon training and needs to step up in terms of distance. There's no way you're going to do any speed work in this or tempo runs or anything like that in the shoe because of the weight, etc., which you could probably do in the Guide. But it's just a very comfortable, very smooth feeling stability shoe. I also think it looks good as well. It's a traditional looking shoe, but I do think it looks good. I think the aesthetics of the shoe have been improved. The step-in feel is much nicer than the previous versions. The gusseted tongue does provide a great mid-foot lockdown. So they really have worked on improving the overall experience of the shoe, which I think, you know, you've got to give them kudos for. So I do think this is probably getting close to one of the best stability shoes. I think it's up there with the Guide 16. Yes, it's heavier, but as I said, I think it offers something a little bit different to the Guide 16. This is a much more built up shoe with the increased stack that can offer you something if you wanted to train longer than versus the Guide 16. Now we'll do a comparison video probably of the two anyway, but you know, for example, this versus an Asics GT 2000, whatever model that is, I mean, it's no comparison. I know that's a mild stability shoe, but a Kayano 29, I'd much rather be in these. So that's where I'm at with the Mizuno. We'll put some more miles on it. We'll come back, report back as we do. Performance review will be coming. Long run probably review as well, or we might just mix the two up. But either way, I think if you're looking for a stability shoe this year, what I can say early doors is the Wave Inspire 19 is definitely worth a look.